What's good, troopers? So thanks to my officer and buddy Wilmer, I've actually got something new to show you guys. We've got Vader's rework here. It's causing problems for a lot of people. And there's actually already a really useful character in the game that can completely shut him down. None other than the now farmable Cara Dune. I'm actually going to be showing you a team that can actually very easily run through just about every single one of these Vader combinations. It shuts down the likes of Thrawn and Palpatine so they don't even get going. It gets around the tanks so you can just quickly take down Vader and the team is right back to being no threat like it was before. And to top it off, this character also helps clear both tier 1 and tier 2 of military might. So let's get on with this video, guys. Let's do this. This video is being brought to you by Pimpo, your one-stop SWGOH mod service by the mod father himself. If you're one of the many players who doesn't understand mods or doesn't have the time or interest to sort them out, Pimpo can do it for you. He offers a full inventory cleanup, will level them and sort out your farming goals going forward. He'll also sort out loadouts for whatever game modes you want and gives you a big boost in your Grand Arena and Territory War performances. Okay, here's the first battle of one of his grand arenas, and none of his team are particularly fast. For example, both Chewie and Han are got like plus 60 mod sets. The opponents, however, over 300 speed on Vader. Thrawn is ridiculous as well, as you would expect. But it doesn't make a difference. Obviously, Han can open and stun the team. You're gaining TM from whenever debuffs get resisted. Luke's gaining it when they don't. There's TM going all over the place. Then you've got the likes of Cara Dune that can actually AoE stun the enemy team. She's permanently going to be torn in. She's a constant problem. You see, Vader's already gone. And from this point, all you got to do really is wear out the likes of Royal Guard, because otherwise he's just going to taunt when you're attacking Palpatine anyway. So get him dealt with. I imagine he's probably going to go for a stun here. Yeah, he's going to attempt to stun, and he doesn't get it. Classic R2. I mean, I'd finish Royal Guard. It looks like he's going to do the same. No, he's going after Thrawn. That's fine. Another stun chance here. AoE stun, and every single one of them absolutely beautiful. Right, Royal Guard goes down. This point, you may as well finish Thrawn. He does exactly that. If they weren't stunned, they're going to be stunned again. Now you can work on trying to get a few banners back if possible. Yeah, Palpatine's gone. Brilliant. And now finish your trooper. Very, very easy team to run. Not only do you get the AoE stun chance on Empire characters with Cara Dune, but you also get a 50% turn meter reduction chance as well. And you're also getting potency up from that special, of which will guarantee she's also always taunting, and especially if you're running under Rebel Luke anyway, you'll have a guaranteed perma-taunt due to the fact you're running under a Rebel leader. The potency up keeps her alive if you're against other squads, where she will also revive with 50% health if you have the Zeta. That bit isn't even necessary for this team for that matter though. But lastly, each time one of the Empire enemies dies, Kara's going to go again with 100% TM and has a guaranteed crit with that. So she's an absolutely fantastic character against this squad. I mean, you can see here against another team, Vader's already gone. Thrawn is absolute toast. You can just do the special, call Chewie to finish Thrawn. And now all we really have is Palpatine left at this stage. Cara really does bring a whole new level to this team. I mean, it's not going to work against like when, you know, the likes of Malak are there and the likes of Traya in the team. But most of the time in the likes of Territory Wars and in Grand Arena, you're not going to come across that because they're going to be needed in other teams. They're just going to weaken the overall roster if they're going to be breaking up several teams to try and make a team that will actually hold against this. So you don't really have to worry about that. All you really have to deal with is the constant TM and the stuns you're going to be having with your team. Pick them off in the right order and you're absolutely fine, because even when the enemy is like 344 speed due to all the boosts to speed that Vader gets when facing rebels, Han's still going to stun him at the start. Kara's going to stun him again if he's still not somehow dead already from this point, and you're absolutely fine. None of the rebels in Wilmo's team are over 100 speed. They're all like 60 to 90, whereas the enemy are all like 125 plus from mods. And as you can see, he's having no difficulty whatsoever. They're even higher relict than Wilmo's rebels are. So it's actually pretty crazy. Even Sith Trooper in that team makes no difference. He still goes down very, very easily. Developing Cara is also pretty much going to pay for itself from the sheer fact that she can carry the team through military might, tier 1 and Tier 2. In Tier 2, she's probably going to die in Wave 8, but only after she's done all the heavy lifting for you anyway. Once the main threats are dead, that's usually when she's like, alright guys, I need a rest from carrying this entire team through this. And when you're in Tier 1, it's really not a problem. Take out Palpatine, take out Thrawn, game over. Just clean up from this point. I'm going to show you the full run through of Tier 2 because it is considerably tougher than Tier 1, where you're just going to blitz through. Cara's going to laugh at the screams of the dying Empire characters, and it's not going to trouble you at all. Right, Vader's about to crumble here. We can already see he's in serious trouble. All the extra attacks from Cara right now. Chewie with his own little womp. Just one Royal Guard to go, then we're going to move straight into Tier 2, where we'll go through all 8 waves. Really doesn't take that long compared to most of these events. Alright, that's the victory of Tier 1. There be the rewards. She's just a great character to build up, because the problem we've had with Rebels for a long time is most of the tanks are very outdated in the power curve. The likes of Stormtrooper Han, yeah, you know, he can be pretty fun to use in a couple of spaces, but do you really want to invest that much relic stuff in him? I mean, I personally don't, whereas Cara's got multiple uses, and I don't really understand why a lot of creators have actually written her off for a long time. I kind of predicted Cara was going to be a very useful character when they showed her kit. Nobody really seemed to bother to try and find a use for her. Fortunately, Wilmo developed her really quickly and has been doing that for a while, because obviously I don't have a test account to do so. And I'm really happy to hear she's doing really great here, because my Rebels aren't fantastic and I'm building them up right now, and Cara is one of the ones that I had cherry picked out to actually develop anyway. Here we go, wave 1's already done. This isn't one of the difficult ones. Once again though, we can make great use of that AoE stun as we travel through these waves. Right, that's wave 1 all but done now. Luke should finish this off for us. We'll go straight into 2, hopefully make use of that AoE stun. But in all honesty, in these early waves, they're not the difficult ones anyway. We're going to largely just counter our way through these. You could even use the event buff to ensure you get, you know, more health back along with more counter and so on. So you're not really going to have difficulty in wave 1 and 2. I think it's maybe 4... Yeah, I think it's 4, 7, and 8, the ones where people usually have something go wrong for them. So in the other ones, you're largely going to counter through as long as you develop the team somewhat. And Cara is just one of those characters that makes it significantly easier, because she can taunt, because she can revive, because she counters, because she can stun. There's so many useful aspects to a kit that it seems everyone has just been overlooking until now, and I suspect that is about to change due to not only this video, but the fact she's now become farmable. A lot of people are going to be like, well, you know, could use another Rebel tank. I need old Ben here. General Kenobi's not available in general, so, you know, there's always need for more tanks when it comes to the Rebels. This is one of those phases that in particular you're probably going to just counter your way through. We'll probably see that once they start throwing their thermals. As if they get a turn. Obviously we've got the stuns around that might screw. Yeah, there we go. So not really going to get a turn. But if they do get a turn, odds are you're just going to counter them back anyway. Like that. There you go. They got one of their turns. And stupidly, the AI always plays these AoE attacks. So they pretty much just sign their own death warrant. We'll get through this one quite quick, and then I think, and I'm scrambling to remember here because it's been a while since I played these, I think that's the one with Krennic and the Death Troopers, right? Obviously, Death Trooper can remove buffs and stuff, and he can be a little bit annoying and slow down the team's progression in regards to translation, so, but it really shouldn't be much of a problem, not with Cara around, and then, once again, the stuns, which are just such a key element to the team. Here we go. Well, how many is she gonna get? There we go, look, 4 of them. 4 of them. And Death Trooper, it looks totally screwed already. Both of them, in fact. Alright, Luke should just finish one of these. Yeah, there you go. 1 down. Cara, take that one. Oh, no, she doesn't. Close, though. Close. But then Wilmer's not got these characters maxed out either. That's worth pointing out. They're not Relic 7, so he's pretty much just got them to like Relic 2, 3, something along those lines, I think. Whereas, you know, the AI and the teams we've been showcasing are all Relic 7s and better modded than his. Oh, 4 is just melted. It really has absolutely melted. This is usually one that I hear people like, you know, my run went wrong, I got killed, blah, blah, blah. Cara's just like, lol, because that stun just shut down the whole team and we were never in any danger of them taking a turn. 5's a nice, easy one. Once again, we just got to just get through a whole bunch of tanks that don't really pose you a great deal of threat in regards to damage. I would personally just like focus on one at a time. But with Chewie around, that doesn't really matter. Usually he'll, as long as you've saved your AoE, you can just remove all those taunts anyway. Alright, that's one all but done. I assume you'll finish him. Yeah, you'll finish him. Move on to the next one. 3 stuns that time. Very nice. It's always these boring waves, isn't it? Always these boring waves that drag on. There's not much action in these. It's usually where they just tank out a load of stuff, or they stack it with healers and a couple of tanks to keep passing around taunts. And sure enough, that's what wave 5 is. It's just a time sink, really. But fortunately, all those extra exposures from having 3PO there are making this a little bit easier. Alright, there you go. He's proccing the event special on Cara. Boom, right, into wave 6. I don't remember 6 being a tough one. I think it's another, it's just another generic one. I'm sure it's 7 where we get some of the Imperial Troopers, which can catch people off guard. But it shouldn't really be a problem here, because once again, Imperial Troopers are very AoE based. So, yeah, with the likes of Cara around stunning people, it shouldn't really matter anyway. We should only take the odd AoE here and there and be able to count them down. 8 will be, that'll be the ask. That's usually the one where if people have actually got through, they manage to get to 8, they're happy, then they get blitzed before they can do a damn thing. Well, Cara can change that for you. Most times, as I said earlier on, she will probably die in 8, but that's usually once you've already taken out the likes of Palpatine and Thrawn, at which point you've won. They're the problems once you start getting fractured, once the TM starts getting passed around, or you're getting AoE stunned. It's just ridiculously annoying. But Cara will solve that problem for us. We're about to go into 7 now. I'm sure this is Imperial Troopers. Yeah, there we go. I see Veers. I see Veers. Normally when I do this, I personally go after Death Trooper early, but having AoE stun, I suppose you don't really need to do that. Oh, she didn't actually stun the ones you really needed stunned. So, I mean, this is kind of almost a worst case scenario here. But you still get the TM reduction. So that's another thing you have to factor in. When you got TM reduction in both Arena, in Grand Arena, and in this, you're doing your moves, and the Empire are pretty much just standing there letting you have more turns because their TM keeps going down. It's amazing. The only one whose TM you can't take down is obviously Vader, but you can stun him, so it doesn't really matter. That's why we're going to stun him right off the start, not even let them get their turn meter train going. This team is screwed. They got none of the damage dealers left. Once again, it's just the timeout type characters that are still around. Get through the Stormtrooper. Yeah, finish him with that one. Scout Troopers are notoriously soft. I wouldn't waste the AoE personally, but looks like he's going to go for it. Yeah, there we go. Counted to death. I was waiting for them to do something stupid, and sure enough, they did. And boom, right. Final wave. The nightmare wave for people in Tier 2. Stun Thrawn. No fracture, so we get an AoE stun. What do we get? Oh, look at that. Everybody. Absolutely everybody. Thrawn's already gone. Now we just kind of, hopefully Chewie's got one of those big AoEs, so we don't even have to worry about it. Apparently he's gone for an AoE stun and just kind of got counted to oblivion. That's perfect for us. Alright, get that on. Finish Palp. Oh no, nearly. If Chewie wasn't stunned there, we would have actually finished him, but never mind. It's quite handy because, again, it's more or less a worst case scenario. What is one of the worst things that happen to your rebels? When Chewbacca is stunned and you lose a whole stack of damage. Here we've had Chewie stunned for how long now, and we're still doing absolutely fine. Cara is still just beautifully tanking this. All those Royal Guards are just having to waste their attacks. They can't stun Han, they can't stun Luke, because they're stuck having to just keep attacking Cara. Right, there we go. The threats are done. If Cara dies from this point, it doesn't even matter. It really doesn't matter, because the only real damage dealer remaining is Vader, which is actually being stunned finally. They're unlikely to kill her. It'd be Vader's Culling Blade, if anything. No, they're actually just spamming basics. Okay, oh, there's the Culling Blade. There's the Culling Blade. But at this point, what does that matter? What does that matter? We've already got this. We can call a Mass Assist now. I'll probably put a translation on Chewie. Yeah, he did that. Vader's gone, and now you're just cleaning up the actual tanks. You can use the event special over and over and over again here as well to get your health back, keep countering, and you wouldn't have any difficulty. That's how easy it is to run through military might and these Vader teams if you have Cara Dune. I'll leave the footage here and I'll join you guys in the outro. So there you have it, guys. Finally a decent showcase for Cara Dune, an actual reason to develop her, and I really do recommend it. It's something that I'm going to be doing because that way I can put old Ben in another team, and honestly, I don't really find old Ben brings a lot to him most of these battles these days. His time seems to have been slowly fading out, and stunning the Empire team who get that turn meter train, especially now it's even more dangerous than the Vader with multiple turns. It's just very, very important. TM reduction is also absolutely fantastic for the rest of the team because the threat that we're usually undergoing is the fact that Palpatine and Thrawn are present, and yeah, that becomes a problem. So if we can shut those down as well as quickly stunning and killing Vader, there is no problem anymore, and that team goes right back to where it was before. It's very, very easy to kill. As for modding Cara, I mean, personally, I would probably just get as much speed on her as I really could. She's going to revive anyway, and the sheer fact that she's going to be very, very fast is going to allow you to get ahead of those Thrawns, which are your only real potential issue. You're likely still going to gain TM through the fact that you've got Luke's lead. Luke's leadership is obviously going to be giving you extra turn meter anyway, but rather be safe than sorry. And I mean, Cara's got a faster base speed than Thrawn anyway, so you're not really going to have much of an issue if it comes to a mod versus mod battle, unless you're significantly, you know, worse off when it comes to overall mods than your opponent, in which case you're probably going to have issues no matter what team you're using. So she really just has a great use now that they've made Empire a bigger threat. Cara can finally shine and actually come into prominence, which I'm really, really happy to see. The military might is just the icing on top of the cake, really, isn't it? The fact that you can get all those extra resources guaranteed each time with a character you're building up for another purpose is just win-win. It saves you having to build up like your Ahsoka Fulcrum to Relic 5 to actually handle those when you're not really going to use her anywhere else to any sort of great benefit. Everybody always needs tanks, especially when we're doing like the 3v3 grand arenas and such, where you tend to run out of tanks and leaders a little bit more often, especially a tank that's also very useful on offense like Cara Dune. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Please give the video the old thumbs up, please subscribe, let your guilds know, and until next time, you know the deal, guys. We out here.